Live from the Island Federal Arena on Long Island, ESPN Plus presents college basketball. Tonight, bragging rights at stake with Stony Brook playing host to Hofstra. Well, hi everyone, courtside, Carl Reuter, Rob Pavanelli. Both teams with exceptional records. Stony Brook at 10-2, Hofstra's at 8-3. Loaded with talent. It's more than bragging rights. This is going to be a game, Pav.
No, it's going to be a tremendous game, Carl. Both teams are very talented. They like to get up and down the floor. They've got key scorers, both teams, but a lot of weapons around those key scorers. So we'll see what happens in this outcome. I think the difference tonight, both Coach Jeff Boals and Joe Mahalik said who wins the war on the glass will come out with the victory. You
mentioned weapons. Let's break it down personnel-wise first. And how about the play of Hofstra's Justin Wright Foreman?
Well, one of the best players you're going to see. Jeff Boals feels that this will be the best opponent that Stony Brook faces all year long. He is the reigning Colonial Player of the Year, averaging over 25 points a game, can score in so many different ways, can take it to the basket, has a nice mid-range game, and we all know he can shoot the basketball. Already 10th all-time leading scorer at Hofstra. He's going to continue to grow and grow as the season goes along. He's got the NBA scouts already coming to watch him play.
And defensively for Stony Brook, coming off a monster game, the sophomore, Jeff O'Cherry.
And that's going to be key as Jeff Boals. You want to slow down this Hofstra offense. O'Cherry averaging almost 2.5 blocks a game, had 4 in the win against Delaware, including 7 altered shots as well. And he's also scoring the basketball a little bit more. So he's going to be key for the Stony Brook defense tonight.
So Jeff O'Cherry, if he stays out of foul trouble, he will be giving Jeff Boals, as you see him there with the red tie, lots of minutes. You take a look at the lineup. Miles Latimer does not play like a freshman, and there is Jeff Boals in his third year as the head coach, graduated from Ohio University back in 1995. The starting five for the Hofstra Pride coming in with a mark of 8-3, and this is a lineup that can score points. We talked about their number one guy, Justin Wright Foreman, just a shade under 26 points a game, which is 4th in the nation. And they are ready to go. There's Joe Mahalik right there. It's his 6th year, graduated from LaSalle in 1978. The officials running the floor tonight, Nathan Hall, Jason Bradwell, Tim Kelly. Hofstra is in the road blue, and Stony Brook is in the home white. If we think we know what's going to happen, it's going to be up and down, fast-paced. This is going to be Secretariat going against Citation.
Two high-octane offenses, Carl. They can score the basketball. You mentioned how Hofstra, focuses so much of their offense around Justin Wright Foreman, but they've got 4 players on the floor at all times besides him who can score the basketball. They're shooting over 43% from 3. They want to get up and down the floor, as does Stony Brook. Should be a real entertaining game.
And Tim Kelly is at the scorer's table. Whatever he told Joe Mahalik, and right away, all right, he said you can't catch it. It's a violation, so they'll get the next one. And now this is the first possession, and we'll get it going from here. On a lob inside, Jaquil Taylor, 23 on the block. They look to go backdoor to DeJour Bowie, off the mark, and the rebound in the paint is the guy you highlighted, Pav. At 6'11", 240 out of the Bronx, Jeff O'Cherry.
And he did such a great job on that defensive position. They had a high pick and roll. He rotated out and then rotated back after he contained Wright Foreman.
He's averaging 5 rebounds a game, knocked away, recovered, and here come the Hofstra Pride. By the way, if Hofstra gets to the free throw line on a dribble drive reverse, it did not go. And there's the free throw line. It'll go with Eli Pemberton, a junior from Middletown, Connecticut, at 6'5". And on the season for Pemberton, he's 15 points a game, 2nd on the team, shoots 78%. But Pav, as a team, Hofstra's #1 in the nation at 81%.
Yeah, Stony Brook has to keep them away from getting to the free throw line. Stony Brook also a very good free throw shooting team who does get to the line as well. So rebounding and free, and here you are again. Mush strikes again. Eli Pemberton misses the first one.
You know, Joe Mahalik did not want to talk about that on the phone with me yesterday. He goes, la, la, la. And I go, what's the matter? He goes, you're breaking up. You're breaking up. Look at this. Joe Mahalik is definitely going to come over here at halftime and have a word with me. Oh, brother, I'm in trouble. Yeboah for 3. This guy's been lighting it up throughout the entire season, the leading scorer for Stony Brook at over 20 points a game, but he missed on the triple.
And speaking to Coach Mahalik before the game, he said he did not want Yeboah to get comfortable at all. He was pretty comfortable on that 3, rattled in and out, but that was a good look.
His concern was the 3 words: we have to figure out Yeboah. That one's a little bit too strong. Went off the window, rated by about 25 miles. Yeboah drops the first 2 points. The red shirt out of Chigwell, England.
And that was another easy look. You're going to see a lot of 2-3 zone from Hofstra and Joe Mihalik's club tonight. They have to recognize where Yeboah is at all times.
Oh, the easy stuff for Jaquil Taylor, the transfer from Purdue. He's a grad student at 6'10", 235.
And he can finish around the basket. Not really known as an offensive threat, but he can finish. The big body. He's really a shot blocker, rebounder. But a beautiful look by DeJour Bowie right there.
Yeah, Bowie's breakout game came last year, a year ago. He had 19 points in an 84-81 win for the Hofstra Pride on the floor, doubled up, and then fades away. Went a little bit too strong off the glass. Oh, cherry on the window, and then flips it up. There's that offense you talked about that's evolving.
Yes, absolutely. He can finish around the basket, and he's being much more aggressive as the season has progressed offensively. We know how good a defender he is and shot blocker and rim protector. But when you can get buckets out of him during the game, it's going to be big for the Seawolves.
Dribble drive, lay it off, tapped around, recovering, and then missing the chip shot was Taylor, and Stony Brook is pushing. This is Jerron Cornish with a kick out to Olaniyi. On a high dribble, nearly lost it, and they said it was straight up. Joe Mihalik wants a turnover on a palming violation.
Wow. That certainly looked like classic palming to me. Carry.
That ball was higher than Wilt Chamberlain when he stood 7'1". Inside, what do we got here?
And that could have been a little bit of a makeup call there, Carl.
It might have been, as you got a substitution coming in as Anthony Oshefu, number 35, the sophomore, at 6'8" for Stony Brook out of Westchester, Pennsylvania. Sitting it down will be Jeff Focherry. So you bring it up with DeJour Bowie, who is a character guy. He's one of the best people on campus. Forget about he's an athlete. Joe Mihalik said he's one heck of a guy, and that's one heck of a shot going high off the glass. First 2 points of the game for Justin Wright Foreman.
And that's beautiful body control. Changes hands, shoots it with the weak hand off the glass. You can see why he's such a high-volume scorer, Carl.
You want to hear a name that Jeff Bowles blew me away with in describing the play of Justin Wright Foreman? As that one goes down there for Miles Latimer. A 3-pointer for Latimer, the freshman from Fairfax. He referred to Justin Wright Foreman's game, Nick Van Exel.
Wow. That's a good comparison. Both lefties, both can score, both have nice mid-range games. They've got great NBA or three-point shooting range, get to the basket.
Speaking about getting to the basket, Eli Pemberton, his first 2 points of the game, got a 1-point game at 7-6. Pemberton looks like he might have had a contact that's been knocked loose in that right eye. He's being watched there by Jason Bradwell, working the floor tonight with Nathan Hall and Tim Kelly.
So much of the attention, and deservedly so, goes to Wright Foreman. But Eli Pemberton can really score the basketball, Carl, averaging over 15 a game. The 6'5" junior, he's a big body, who can score, finish, he's physical. You know, he was an all-CAA, all-rookie performer, and certainly has the capability of being first or second team all-league this year.
Stony Brook brings it up. Here's Jerron Cornish. Latimer thought about it, but that would have been from way downtown. Off the elbow, it had the heel, the tip by Oshefu, the rebound pull by Jaquil Taylor.
Stony Brook doing a nice job on the glass, second opportunities.
Again, they found Taylor in there all night. That's his second field goal, but he's been able to slide loose.
Absolutely. Beautiful, beautiful ability of DeJour Bowie to thread the needle. Nice little bounce pass and an easy bucket for Taylor inside.
Cornish to his left, leaves for Yeboah. The quick entry from behind. The foul was picked up there by number 23, Jaquil Taylor, the grad student transfer from Purdue. There's a timeout on the floor. 15:26 remaining in this first half. Hofstra by 1, 8-7 over Stony Brook. You're watching all the action on ESPN+.
Long Island is more exciting than ever. Introducing Jake's 58, the island's only casino hotel. With 1,000 gaming machines, including video blackjack, baccarat, craps, and roulette. The contemporary Bistro 58 and 227 guest rooms. Jake's is your place to play, eat, and stay. Close to home, off Exit 58 on the LIE. Jake's 58 Hotel and Casino. Discover the excitement you've been missing.
Right now, Stony Brook is down by the score of 8-7. Early stats, 8 points on the board, all 8 points, Pat, for Hofstra in the blocks.
They're doing a nice job recognizing, picking apart the Stony Brook man-to-man defense to get some easy buckets. Deshore Bowie doing a nice job distributing the rock.
So Stony Brook breaks the huddle. There's Miles Latimer, Anthony Ashefu, and Latimer has just been unbelievable, the freshman. What he has done the last couple of games.
He's the America East Rookie of the Week. He's playing outstanding basketball, growing with confidence game after game after game, Carl.
Knocked out of bounds. And it's a whistle against, and now we're going to have a conversation here. They're going to bring it back. Tim Kelly was running up the floor, and Jason Bradwell says, let's bring it back this way. There they are. Tim Kelly on the left, Jason Bradwell on the right. Guess whose ball it is?
It's important to get it right, Carl. You know,
yes.
in this day and age of instant replay and communication, you have to get the calls right, no matter if they're in the first minute of the game or the last minute of the game.
And I don't care what the score is. Up 20, down 20, tied. You got to get them right, and they did. Here's Cornish with 10 seconds, able to find his way through. Rimmed out. Yeboah off the weak side putback.
And Stony Brook continuing to dominate the glass. That is their 7th rebound of the game.
Here's Pemberton. Checking into the lineup. That's number 30, Dan Dwyer. He's a grad also, a transfer from Penn. He will get a lot of time in there with Taylor. They'll switch around, and look at that reverse underneath. And then the putback was missed by Coburn. Oh, there's action under the glass. That could have been a travel, but it wasn't called. Latimer launched a 3 and missed, and the rebound by Tariq Coburn, a transfer from St. Bonnie from Rosedale, played at Cardozo.
And he's playing very well. Has been inserted into starting lineup and has performed for Joel Mihalik's pride.
Averaging 7.5 points a game off the turnover. Here's Deshore Bowie. Bowie takes it by himself, swatted away, blocked by Yeboah. Transition the other way. The numbers are there. It's a 3-on-2 for Latimer. Kick to the corner. On a pull-up. Too strong. Olani, he missed. Tried to tap it out, but it went to the hands of Eli Pemberton.
Both teams getting up and down the floor, getting good looks. Not really shooting a high percentage just yet. Still feeling each other out like a good heavyweight fight, Carl.
Well, that's exactly what this is. Separated by, we said, about 30 miles. Hofstra to the west of us.
4 hours in traffic.
A long rebound, chased down. Pemberton spinning, found the land of the Giants, and then away from the ball. No, they got it inside. There's traffic, and there's a whole lot of subs coming in for this Stony Brook team, as will Hofstra make some substitutions as well. Jordan McKenzie, number 10. Corey Long, number 5 on the floor. Looks like number 4, Jeff O'Cherry is back in. And Andrew Garcia, Jalen Ray, number 20 on the floor for Hofstra. With Stafford Trueheart, number 15. You'd be a great football spotter. Little bit of a slow start, not the best of shooting. Wright Foreman dazzles with the dribble. Letting loose and missing was Pemberton. And the rebound to Andrew Garcia, redshirt sophomore, Harlem, New York.
We talked about the high offenses of both of these teams. It's been a defense of both teams so far.
That might be an offensive foul. Oh, it is. It's an offensive foul on the baseline. The turnover will give the ball back to Stony Brook with 13:05 left in a one-point game in this first half.
Outstanding help side defense by Pemberton. Rotated over, took it on the chest. Good call by the officials. They got it right.
Garcia picks up the personal. It's his first. It's the third team foul on Stony Brook. Hofstra has been whistled for one. Reverse it to Jalen Ray, comes to the corner. Wright Foreman, who does more than just jump shooting now. He's got an array of shots, and 55 of his 200 shots this season have come off the dribble path as Yeboah missed.
No, he has to expand his game, Carl. We mentioned that NBA scouts are starting to look at him. There's been talking about him being drafted maybe in the second round. He has to expand his game. He's got to be more of a point guard when he gets to the next level, because he's only about 6'1", 6'2". He can't be a shooting guard in the NBA. Has to be able to do it off the bounce.
There's a scout in the building tonight. We've known him very, very long time. He's a graduate of Stony Brook. Rich Race, who works for Mitch Kupchak down in Charlotte with the,
now the
NBA.
Well, yep.
Mitch was with LA for so many years. Now he's with running the show over Charlotte.
No, there's been a lot of communication about Wright Foreman and the next level.
Tries to alley-oop inside. It got tipped, and it's run down there and saved by Ocheri to McKenzie to Corey Long. .20 to shoot. Still a one-point game. Stony Brook up. Not the scoring that we thought we would see, because both teams, the cold shooting has really hurt, and there's another miss. Coburn on a weak side rebound.
And both of these teams averaging almost 80 points a game. 9-8 halfway into the first half.
Never would have expected that. Here's McKenzie taking it inside, then the layoff. It's a beautiful assist to Elijah Olaniyi.
Beautiful decision by McKenzie. Went to the bucket, left his feet, which is really not what you want to do, but a nice adjustment, and you dish.
11.5 minutes remaining in this first half. 3-point lead for Stony Brook. Here's Tariq Coburn. Travel gives it right back to Stony Brook. There's a timeout on the floor. 11:29 remaining in this first half. Stony Brook 11, Hofstra 8. You're watching all the action on ESPN+.
Respect is hard work. Respect is dedication.
Respect is earned on the court or on the field.
Respect doesn't judge based on sexual orientation or gender identity.
Respect is being the first conference to partner with the You Can Play project.
And the first conference in the LGBT Sports Safe Founders Club.
Respect the coaches, the players, and the game.
Respect similarities.
Respect differences.
Spread respect.
Spread respect.
Spread respect.
My dentist recommended a specialist. She recommended North Shore Implant and Oral Surgery.
The staff made me feel very comfortable. They were friendly, very professional.
I had 2 teeth that cracked. I was very nervous, but once I met the team, they made me feel very comfortable and at ease. And now I can smile, sparkle, and shine.
Trust your care to the specialists here at North Shore Implant and Oral Surgery Associates.
North Shore Implant and Oral Surgery. Call or visit nsimplant.com.
That experience in Charlotte was amazing. It really was. Beyond the expectations of the world. It was dazzling. So much so that we all said the next morning, did that really happen? So it was a fun experience, great pride for our students, combination of academics and athletics, and quite frankly, I think the best of the American East, the whole brand is about the combination of athletics and academics.
Okay, now spell competition.
C-O-M-P-E-T-I-T-I-O-N. Competition.
Still a nice little dance underneath to get free.
Strong move by Yeboah. Was able to protect against the shot blocker Taylor. He used the rim to protect and finish with his left hand.
Launching, Wright Foreman, 3 ball. He has 7.
Let's see if that gets him going from the perimeter. That was a nice looking stroke, straight elevation.
So the pace is picking up a little bit scoring-wise now. I think both teams took a few minutes, Pav, to settle into the individual games. 3-second violation whistled against Stony Brook. Turnover to Hofstra.
A great position defensively by Jaquil Taylor. Stood his ground, kept his hand up, didn't go for any of fakes inside by Moore. That was a nice defensive stand in the 2-3 zone by the Pride.
DeJour Bowie, senior from the Bronx, played at Wings Academy, picked up off the floor, the change by Yeboah. Here's Miles Latimer.
Heck of a high school team at Wings, played with Jesse Govan from Georgetown. Billy Turnage's team won a state championship that year.
15 to shoot. Cornish got out of trouble, saved on the sideline by Latimer with 10 seconds on the clock. The entry to Acheri with a bump. And pulled down on the baseline by Jaquil Taylor.
Jaquil Taylor's been the best player on the floor tonight so far for Hofstra, doing it on both ends of the floor.
Wright Foreman travels. That's surprising for a senior to have the maneuver and not get rid of the ball.
I thought he would shoot that basketball. He saw Taylor cutting to the basket. Taylor wasn't looking, and by the time he got up in the air, it was a little too late to take the shot.
Here's Cornish, the senior from the Bahamas, by way of Broward College. He has been so good this season.
Played outstanding in the last game against Delaware. Scored 10 of the last Stony Brook 12 points in that win, including the bucket to go ahead.
Knocked away by Taylor. They convert to the transition basket by Justin Wright Foreman, who's got a game-high 9.
Again, nice use of the body to protect.
Latimer to his left, working against Pemberton. up high, right elbow, and then spinning left hand. O'Cherry with a beautiful move, just didn't go down. Look at Yeboah. And then Yeboah will get called for steps, but you cannot fault hustle and diving for a ball.
Absolutely not. Yeboah went to the ground, got the rebound. I think he was a little unsure if he was on the ground or not. That's why he stood up. But no, that is certainly a travel.
And we'll bring it back up the floor with 5.5 minutes remaining. 5-0 run by Hofstra to take a 2-point lead. Almost a backcourt violation. A pair of threes. Olaniyi on right, Foreman. Launching, dropping it. Tariq Coburn, his first 3 points. He has gone beyond what the coaches have asked. He's an energy guy.
Oh, he's so athletic. Played, as you mentioned, locally at Cardoza. Beautiful lefty stroke here. The steal by Bowie.
Ahead of the field. Bowie's got his first 2, and just like that, Hofstra's up by 7 with 4:57 remaining in this first half.
Hofstra so explosive offensively. That time they got the turnover, the easy bucket by Bowie, but 3 consecutive possessions, and now we got a 10-0 run by Hofstra to take a 26-19 lead with 4:57 left to go in the first half.
So the Hofstra Pride taking a 7-point lead under Joe Mahalik. And here's the transition.
Yeah, watch right Foreman. The way he brings the ball away from the defense and then brings it and extends a nice little touch off the glass. He's starting to heat up a little bit, Carl.
And after the run, Joe Mahalik now wants to extend and pressure the ball on the inbound.
Looking to extend a little bit. Usually, they want to up-tempo this game. They'll stay in that 2-3 zone for much of the game. They'll show you a couple of spurts of full court pressure just to see if they can continue that spurt, that 10-0 run we just mentioned. And they drop right back into their traditional
Do you pay too much for your electric bill? Are you tired of your electric rate rising each month? Would you like to save money by going solar without putting solar panels on your roof? Harvest Power has the solution, and we would like to help. Harvest Power has saved Long Island residents thousands of dollars, and we would like to assist you in saving too. From homeowners to renters to condo residents, Harvest Power has a solar program for you. Give us a call at 631-647-3402 or visit harvestpower.net to schedule a complimentary home solar assessment. Start saving today with Harvest Power, a proud sponsor of Stony Brook Athletics.
Hofstra at halftime, 33-27 over Stony Brook. Pav, as we get a chance to take a look at the halftime highlights.
A strange game, as you mentioned, Carl. Here inside, Yeboah with a host of moves and a nice little kiss off glass. No good, but O'Cherry's there to put it back. Hofstra did a nice job on the glass, as did Stony Brook. This is my favorite play of the game so far. McKenzie with the beautiful drive and the no-look inside for Launier for the bucket. Jalen Ray off the bench providing a spark for the Pride. Knocks down a little baseline jumper. Tashur Bowie with an uncontested layup. Hofstra had 11 points off turnovers, and there to end the half, the beautiful move by Miles Latimer. He led Stony Brook with 11.
It's incredible that the freshman has done it once again. As you take a look at the halftime numbers, the shooting percentages picked up as the game got deeper into the second half. You see Stony Brook shooting 4 of 7 from the arc. Points in the paint is where Hofstra's getting the job done. And when you look at tonight's first half stat of the game, it has to be the shooting of the Stony Brook freshman, Miles Latimer. 4 of 6 overall, 3 of 4 from the arc. He has a team-high 11 points. The stat of the game is brought to you by Jake's 58 Hotel and Casino. Jake's 58, where Long Island wins. Well, someone from Long Island's going to win this game.
Yes, they will. Both teams have to pick it up, though, offensively, Carl.
Launching the long 3 and missing was Cornish, and this will be Hofstra's first possession of the second half.
Nice
Off
rebound.
The shake and bake. Oh, that's smooth. He's got 13, Justin Wright Foreman, halfway to his scoring average of just under 26 a night, which is 4th in the country.
And that was too easy for Wright Foreman. He just came down, one quick little in and out move and a pull-up jump shot. Stony Brook has to make that harder.
And I like the kick out, the strong board to kick it out and set it up again. Yeboah lowered the shoulder but got away with it. Blocking foul, baseline left. And it will be taking on the numbers, but he'll get whistled as Justin Wright Foreman picking up his first.
No question about it, Carl. Wright Foreman was still moving, didn't have firm position. You can be moving along the baseline, but at that time he was moving a little too much, and that was a nice move by Yeboah.
Latimer. The up fake, too strong. Rebound, Jaquil Taylor. Popping Bowie. Look at Latimer amongst 3 Hofstra players, pull the board, and now takes it the distance.
Coast to coast, the beautiful finger roll by the freshman Latimer, who now has 13.
He ties Justin Wright Foreman for game-high honors. Whistle with Hofstra in a 6-point lead. Quick sub. Is he hurt?
Eli Pemberton is hurt. He came right out of the game.
Evan Mallings, the trainer, walking right over to him.
And that would be a big blow to the Pride. Their second leading scorer, terrific rebounder and defender.
15 points a game. Man who just checked in, firing. And that was Stafford Trueheart. And another whistle.
Jaquil Taylor has done an outstanding job all night long, Carl. That's his 8th rebound, has 6 points. Getting it done inside for the Pride.
Substitution, Pav, Anthony Ushefu, number 35. On the floor for Stony Brook, Jeff O'Cherry sitted out with his 3rd personal. That's the one downer to his game. Got to keep him out of foul trouble.
And Jeff Bowles talks to him about it on the sidelines, has talked to us about it constantly before every game. We have to keep him out of foul trouble.
In tight, did not go. Traffic and spinning out is Stafford Trueheart. Bowie kicks it out. A high step from the right side, and we'll have a blocking foul on the shot attempt. Nearly 2 minutes in to this second half.
The officials are doing a real nice job with the block charge calls tonight, Carl. That, no question about it. Trueheart was able to sidestep with a little euro there, and O'Chefa was, Yeboah was not in position.
See, I didn't say anything.
That's why he missed it.
But Stafford Trueheart on the season is now 4 of 10. That might be the weak link to the team that leads the country at 81% from the line. Misses 2, they've missed 4. But on the putback and the foul, Tariq Coburn.
And that is a backbreaker. I know it's early on, but Stony Brook cannot allow that. You got the opportunity when Trueheart missed both free throws, but Coburn stays with it, gets the rebound, goes to the bucket, scores, and has got a chance to go to the line to complete the old-fashioned three-point play.
Coburn now has 10, looking for 11. The transfer from St. Bonnie, the rebounder, the guy who plays hard. He's contagious on what he does on the floor. Drops the free throw. He's got 11. See, I didn't give his numbers on the season. He's shooting 78%. So maybe I'll give you the number after he shoots.
After he shoots it, right.
Yeah.
You're learning. 70 years in the business, you're finally figuring it out.
Yeah. Yeboah 3. Short. Did not follow it, and the long rebound on a hop to Wright Foreman. Off that hesitation, kick to the corner to Coburn. Found the opening.
Strong move by Coburn, able to absorb the contact, and a quick timeout by Stony Brook and Jeff Bowles.
The lead has ballooned to 11 at 40-29 with 17:46 remaining in this second half.
Respect is hard work. Respect is dedication.
Respect is earned on the court or on the field.
Respect doesn't judge based on sexual orientation or gender identity.
Respect is being the first conference to partner with the You Can Play project.
And the first conference in the LGBT Sports Safe Founders Club.
Respect the coaches, the players, and the game.
Respect similarities.
Respect differences.
Spread respect.
Spread respect.
Spread respect.
It's more than heating.
More than plumbing or servicing your furnace.
Petro is a promise.
A promise to come when you call.
24/7, no matter the weather or emergency.
To deliver oil and propane on time.
A promise to fix it right with highly trained technicians.
And to do whatever it takes to keep your heating system up and running.
That's what makes Petro #1. It's our people and our promise. The Petro Promise.
Save on oil and propane today. Call Petro Home Services.
Every morning, I'm on the 624 train to Manhattan, get my coffee, walk to my office. Just a regular day. When you're up in Manhattan, there's action everywhere. But when you can't walk a block, it's just very limiting to your life, what happens to you when your heart starts to fail. I went to Stony Brook because their cardiac program is really specialized. And with my ventricular assist device, now I don't have those limits. And it's really made my life worth living again.
The second half, and that was a good called timeout to stop that bleeding by Jeff Bowles and Stony Brook.
No question about it. Hofstra's come out here in the second half, very aggressive call. They're really pushing the tempo. They're being aggressive, getting to the basket. They're getting shots to go down. That was a good timeout. Down 11. This is a dangerous time right now for Stony Brook. They've got to come down and answer with a couple of buckets and a couple of stops before this can get away from them.
I look at the points in the paint, and it's almost double, 22-12 Hofstra over Stony Brook, but it's off the turnovers, the points, Pavel.
It's a little deceiving. It's not post-up moves. It's a lot of transition baskets. They'll count those as points in the paint when you're getting off steals.
Last touch by Stony Brook. Turnover. Gives it back to Hofstra, and for Stony Brook, that's turnover number 10. Hofstra has really not cherished the basketball either, having turned it over 8 times.
Yeah. As we mentioned, first half a little bit sloppy, a little choppy. Hofstra looks good here in the second half, though.
Looking on the cut there, Coburn could not find the pass. But DeJour Bowie found his way to the basket. He's got 4.
Beautiful use of the high pick and roll. Waited to see if there's any help coming. No help came, and able to use his body to shield the defender and finish off glass.
Olaniyi. Oh, the follow beautifully by Garcia. He's got 5. Big basket for Stony Brook.
And that's what Jeff Bowles' team need. They need to be aggressive going to the glass. That's been the secret to their success this season.
Rejection down low by Elijah Olaniyi.
Olaniyi only about 6'4". He got up that time to knock away the shot by the big Jaquil Taylor. Runs around 6'10".
Olaniyi is the sophomore out of Newark, New Jersey. The lob down low and the finish by Jaquil Taylor. 4th field goal. He has 8.
Way too easy. Way too easy, Carl. No weak side help. One simple pass inside from the sideline out of bounds.
That was a legitimate couple of points in the paint.
Yes, it was.
Latimer has really not found the flow in the first few minutes of this half since knocking down the three at the horn. Speaking about knocking it down, Garcia now starting to assert himself. He's got 7 points.
Nice strong post move against the bigger Taylor.
Bowie to Coburn, stepping back, being watched by Latimer. McKenzie now on Bowie. Taylor looks to set the screen. Wright Foreman went down, no whistle, but now a whistle on the rebound. And it will be against the Hofstra Pride, getting whistled for its second personal of this half. Timeout on the floor, 15:54 left in the second half. Hofstra by 11. You're watching all the action on ESPN+.
Their intensity and drive, but also the camaraderie that I saw in that team and the way they stick with each other was incredible.
#1 in the nation and is pursuing the national championship.
Because of their ability to elevate the school as a whole, I wanted to reach out and honor them. And the crowd really erupted in applause when we talked about them, because what they've done, and again, not just this year, but 3 years previously for the seniors as well, has been extraordinary for the university.
Looking for a new vehicle? We've got it at Tantillo Auto Group. Nissan, Chevy, Hyundai, with over 4,000 vehicles in stock, both new and pre-owned. Tantillo Auto Group is a proud official sponsor of Stony Brook Athletics. And right now, all Stony Brook students, faculty, and alumni can take advantage of special employee factory pricing. Talk about a win. Tantillo Auto Group, family owned and operated for over 40 years. Visit one of our 4 convenient locations and go Seawolves.
It needs a little more flair.
Woo, my brother! The Nation Boy is in the house! Oh, yeah!
Nope, I think we're good. TickPick, the only ticket resale marketplace with no hidden fees. Think StubHub with less fees. Find them online or in the App Store. TickPick, every ticket, no hidden fees.
Woo!
Here, the nice drive to the basket we mentioned by Bowie. The little adjustment and the kiss off the glass to the bucket. Some good defense, but the follow by Garcia, then put back for Stony Brook. Stony Brook struggling a little bit here in the second half offensively, Carl. Down early, 11-6 run by by Hofstra. And the reason possibly for that, the 2 high scores for Stony Brook this season, Akwazi Yeboah and Elijah Alani, right now they are 5 for 20 from the floor. Alani only 1 for 7. You need Jeff Bowles. They need those 2 players to step up offensively, get some buckets if they're going to get back in this game. Right now, down 11, 15:55 to go.
You know, Pav, with a mark of 10-2, is Hofstra extending now into the backcourt. Errant throw, it pays off. Wright Foreman over his shoulder. Bowie looks for 3, and a rebound to Latimer. It's not the first time that Stony Brook has found themselves down in games. They have rallied from double digits. It's not a model of consistency that you would want to see coming back. It's a model of inconsistency right now on why they fall, but how do they come back? I think that's the confidence that they will have, that they know they can come back, but it's not something you want to fall into that kind of a pattern with.
No, absolutely not, Carl, but this is a resilient basketball team. They defend,
100%.
they play hard, they rebound. We mentioned that they were down 22-0 versus GW and came back and won that game. So they do know how to come back in the game.
5 minutes deep into the second half. McKenzie on a pull-up, a piece from behind, knocked away, and it was taken down by the Hofstra Pride.
They're not going to come back in the game with quick shots. That time McKenzie, the time before by Latimer. They have to be more patient on the offensive end.
Dwyer looking for an outlet, and now they're going to kind of reset it now.
Smart decision by the grad transfer from Penn. Nothing. You wouldn't expect anything different.
I'm sure Wharton School of Business or something, right? Now looks to set the high screen. That was from like NBA range for Wright.
Okay, now spell competition.
C-O-M-P-E-T-I-T-I-O-N. Competition.
Local 138 of the International Union of Operating Engineers is proud of its role in helping build the future of Stony Brook University and supporting the Stony Brook Seawolves. Integrity and the extraordinary work ethic of union men and women. That's why Local 138 is a valued part of the team that is creating the buildings that house academic excellence here at Stony Brook. Local 138 says, go Stony Brook, but build it union.